Oh, okay. It's not the right orientation. Hello. I hope you can you hear me? Hello, Sam. You alright? Good, good, good. I'm just gonna give it a few minutes before I start. Okay. All right, guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. So we've got a lot of things to talk about today. Got so many things to share with you guys, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. All right, I'm just gonna wait a little bit for more people to come in before we start. Ready to go. Oh wow, yeah, what a week we've had today. I mean, this week in the crypto market, a lot of things have been happening. So much information to share with you guys today, and just gonna give it another couple of minutes, and then we're gonna start. Okay, one thing about the crypto market is that it's. Oh, okay. Thank you. Focus. I can see your comment there. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it. One of the things about the crypto market is that it is going to test you, right? The crypto market is going to test you, but the reward is really worth it, right? If you can hang around for the reward, then it's really worth it. But it will test you. It will test your conviction. It will test your, if you're somebody who has come into crypto space, because you heard a word. I know there's a lot of believers in the crypto space right now. It will test your faith, and all that. And so you need to be prepared for those mental, gymnastics, when it comes to the crypto market. And I feel like a lot of people are not prepared. A lot of people are just, up and down, buying and selling, just doing things, in a way that will make them not be able to get the most out of this bull market that is on the horizon. So it's so important for you to calm your nerves, right? I know it's not easy to see money going down. Imagine if you put money in Shiba, for instance, and this week Shiba went down a bit, and then you're seeing your money go down. It's not easy to stomach, right? But you need to be strong. You need to be strong, and you need to understand. That is why I do some of these videos, to explain to you guys what you guys are buying, so that you have a stronger conviction, right? You have a stronger conviction. So it's all about conviction. If you don't understand what you have bought, if you don't understand what XRP is all about, right, then when you see the price going down, you're going to be frustrated. It's going to be annoying. It will spoil your day, to be honest. Sometimes, you can have a bad day just because the market is down, and you're having a bad day at work. And what you don't know is that it is because of the market that is the crypto market is affecting your work, right? And a lot of people might not understand this. If you don't know how to guard your heart, right, the crypto market will affect your job. It will affect your work, right? So we need to be able to stay strong, and all that. And that is why we do all this video, to give you guys a good understanding of what crypto is going to be all about, right? What is going to happen in the future with this, in this space, because it's important for you to understand that. So I'm just going to go through a few things. This week was really funny. I think earlier last week, late last week, I posted I posted something on my community post, right? And I said, Japan raised their interest rate, and I said that we might see a dip in the market, right? And I said, focus on accumulating XRP. If XRP falls below $3, that is a buying point. Even at $3, I still believe that XRP is still in a buying zone. Some people might look at it that, okay, XRP has come from 40 cents, is now $3. It looks a bit expensive. But if you understand where XRP is going, right, in my own trajectory, right, $3 is still cheap, right? $3 for XRP is still cheap. But if you're looking at the market, right, and it goes down below $3, then that's a very good buy. That's a very good buy, in my own opinion. So those are some of the things we should be looking at. But Shiba really fell down this week, and I thought that was a great buying opportunity for those who were paying attention. Shiba is still down, right? It's still down at the moment, and I believe that that's a good buying opportunity, especially if you're someone who believes in what they are doing there in Shiba. You have a good understanding what the team are doing in the Shiba camp, right? This is a good buying opportunity, right? It's a good time to accumulate more of these tokens. And you need to understand that when it comes to crypto buying, when it comes to buying crypto and tokens, it's not really about the cost it's not really about how much you pay for it. It's how many of these tokens you have that will be important in the long run. Take, for instance, XRP. Whether you buy it at 40 cents, at $3, it doesn't really matter, in my own opinion, right? It doesn't matter, in my own opinion, right? So $3, 40 cents, it doesn't matter. Why? Because of where it is going. Because of where it is going. Where it's going, it's still far away, in my own opinion. I have a price target in my mind. And when I look at my, my conservative target, right, I believe that it's still cheap. It's still cheap at the moment. So that's the way I see things, right? It might be different for other people, but the way I see it is that it's still cheap. It's still cheap at the moment. So let's just understand that. Let's just understand that for now. So so Shiba was down. That's a good buying opportunity for for those that want to stack Shiba. OXT is down. Luna Classic is down. XRP, it went down below $3, but it's back again. Up. It came right back. Because there were a lot of people ready to buy it. So a lot of people who are timing the market, they have their buy orders below $2 for XRP. So when you see XRP drop below $2, understand that it is not going to stay there for long, right? It is not going to stay there for long. So if XRP ever drops below $2, understand that it's not going to stay there for long, because there are a lot of people who have their buy orders below $2. So that is a support. That is a support for XRP at the moment. So if you manage to see XRP below $2, that is a very good buying opportunity. The same thing with OXT, right? OXT came down a bit, good buying opportunity. Luna Classic, the same thing. And I'm going to talk about Luna Classic. Yeah, yeah, everyone is happy when their favorite. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was getting some comments. I wasn't able to get online this week, so I was getting a lot of comments. People thought that I didn't do a video because Shiba came down. And that's the thing. A lot of people are too emotional. They are too emotional when it comes to, buying. Yeah, they are too emotional. I'm going to talk about ETN very soon. They are too emotional when it comes to buying, right? When you're buying something, right, and then you see that thing on sale, like what this focus is saying. When your favorite store is on sale, you don't cry about it. You're not angry about it, right? You're happy, right? You're happy because it gives you the opportunity to buy more of the things you love. And a lot of people do not understand the bull market that we're heading into. They don't understand what is about to happen in the crypto space, right? If I want to give you the example of what is about to happen in the crypto space, I'll say it this way. Crypto is about to blow, right? Crypto is about to blow. And this year, 2025, we're going to see a bull market in crypto, right? So a lot of people might be there, being emotional about, this whole thing. But understand that, you don't want to be on the sidelines when things begin to pop. Right, you don't want to be, you don't want to be caught on the wrong side of this thing. So it's better to understand what you're doing and wait patiently for the bull market to come to you. And I'm going to talk about how I always think about investing in crypto, because I have my style and it's called waiting for the wave. I've talked about it in my channel, how you should look at crypto investing. You're waiting for the wave, right? Don't chase the wave. If you chase the wave, you will lose money in crypto. If you chase anything, just because you see XCM pumping, you rush there, you will lose money. That's the fastest way to lose money, moving about from one coin to another. No, what you do is that you take your position and you wait for the wave to come to you. It will come to you. This wave is coming to Shiba Inu, right? The bull market will not be complete if Shiba is not carried along. So the wave is going to come to Shiba. So while you're waiting, just wait patiently. Make sure you build your position to a sufficient level, right? Because a lot of people do not understand. And I'm going to talk about the strategy, some of the strategies that I am thinking about, right? Because a lot of people are looking at Shiba Inu as a meme coin, saying, the moment Shiba pops, I'm just going to sell. But you need to begin to look at Shiba, right, like a coin that is here to stay. So what you need to be doing is saying, you know what, I've got this portfolio of Shiba Inu, right? I have the one I'm going to sell. But I also have the one that I'm going to hold. So you might say, out of the 100% of Shiba, right, I might sell 80%, but I want to hold on to 20%, right? I want to hold on to it. Don't sell it all. And this is what a lot of people do not understand. People are thinking that, Shiba Inu is like the seed coin, it's like it's the capital that you will use to buy other things. So most people are just looking at it like, Shiba Inu, it's gonna come in, I'm gonna sell everything, then I'm gonna switch to XRP. Don't be like that. Shiba is going somewhere, right? It's going somewhere, and it's important for us to understand that concept. So another important thing I saw this week was that there was a lot of news, right, this week, and it's important for you to know which news is important. Not all news carry the same weight, right? In between all these major headlines, there will be some that are important. I know there's been a lot of plane crashes, this week, the plane crash in Washington, Philadelphia, and, we pray for those people and their families. But that in between all those major headlines, they will sneak something in between, right? You always notice that important news always comes in between major headlines so that people can miss it, right? People can miss it. And the important news that I see this week, right, that I heard of this week was that the important news that I heard this week is that Apple is working with Starlink, right, to make Apple phones connect to the satellite. And that is a big deal. And if you're following my channel very well, you will know that I've always talked about this, right? You need to look at things holistically. Don't just focus on crypto, right? It is not just crypto, it's not just finance that is changing. The whole world is about to change. And one of the ways that we're about to see changes is in communication, right? We're about to move to satellite communication, right? So everything we know as ground-based communication, AT&T, Verizon, all these things, most of them will be a supplier for Starlink, because we're going to see a gradual move to satellite-based communication. And I'm going to do a video about why that is important, right? Starlink is very important in this whole transition that we are in. Starlink is a major player in this whole transition, and Starlink has a connection with crypto. It has a connection with so many things, and we see that Apple right now is already working with Starlink, so that from your mobile phone, right, you'll be able to send text without using your ATM. You'll be able to send text through the satellite, right? So it's like a direct to satellite, sort of communication from your mobile phone on Earth. I mean, that's a big deal, right? And Apple had tried in their previous phone, they had some sort of satellite feature there, but not like what they are doing now. So it's important for us to understand that that's a major news in the transition. That satellite news is important. Another thing that I want to bring to your attention is that a lot of things are happening, right? And you need to understand how all these things will play out. Because when I talk about offline strategy, a lot of people might be like, it's all about crypto. I say, you need to have an offline strategy, right? Crypto is an online technology, right? You need your internet, you need your phone, you need a lot of things for you to access your crypto. That is online. But you need to also have an offline strategy, right? Because what we are seeing and what I'm tracking is that at some point there's going to be a disruption. There's going to be a disruption to internet services. Right now, as I speak, one of the largest banks in the United Kingdom has been offline almost all day, Barclays. So Barclays nobody can withdraw, nobody can take out money since all of today. The bank put out a message that, rely on your family and friends, until they can get the service back. So these are all these little things, right? All these little things are being tested. They are telling us of the bigger things that are to come. And a lot of people are not paying attention. Last year, I think in Canada, Rogers Network had a big issue as well. Nobody could access their banking system. Nobody could do anything. So most of these things, are these little things, right? They are testing things out, right? They're trying things out, getting ready for the bigger thing, right? They're testing things out, right? For instance, last year we saw an issue with a company called CrowdStrike and Microsoft. All the flights were grounded. No flight, nobody, none of the flights could take off because the system, right, that was being used was having issue with a company called CrowdStrike. So you need to pay attention to all these things because these things will be disruptive to us, right? You might come one day and you cannot access anything on your phone, right? What do you do then? Do you get, how do you, how do you continue? How do you make sure that those things do not affect your day-to-day activities? Those are the kind of things that we need to be thinking about. A lot of people are just so focused on crypto, forgetting that crypto has a single point of failure, right? Internet. Without internet, crypto is useless, right? So you need to make sure that you have an offline strategy. And that's why I've been telling you guys about gold. Gold is something that we need to be into, right? You need to have that. You need to have gold. And if you take a look at what is going on with gold, right? Gold has been going up, 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 up. As a matter of fact, gold went up again, this week, right? So gold is something that we need to look into. When I talk about gold and I talk about things like gold and silver, a lot of people don't want to hear it, right? They don't want to hear gold. They just want to hear crypto, right? And this is something that we need to have in our portfolio. And that's why my channel is not called Crossover Crypto. It's called Crossover Finance, because you need to look at finance from a holistic point, right? Even when you make money in crypto, what do you do then? Do you just buy more crypto? No. You need to transfer that money. You need to transition. Do you get into other asset classes, right? So you make money in crypto. It doesn't mean you have to stay in crypto, right? You need to transition. You need to get into other classes. You need to get into stocks. You need to get into gold. Do you understand? You need to get into gold. You need to get into other asset classes. And that's how you diversify your portfolio, so that when something is happening, when crypto is good, when crypto is experiencing a bad day, gold might be experiencing a good day. And this is why a lot of people are not patient with their crypto investment. It's because they are always looking at the crypto investment every day. For instance, if you had a diversified portfolio of investment, for instance, let's say you are invested in gold. When crypto is not doing well, your gold investment will be doing well. That will keep you happy until the crypto picks up. But if you only have crypto investments, you will always be looking at your crypto investments every single day, right? And you'll be frustrated when things are not going your way, right? But if you had invested in something like gold, for instance, gold is doing well. Gold has been doing well since last year. It keeps going up, right? And I think last year, December, I did a video and I gave a prediction for gold, right? And I said I believe that in the next 12 months, from December of 2024, I said in the next 12 months, I believe the price of gold would have doubled. So I believe that gold will hit $5,000 an ounce in the next 12 months, right? And we can see that it is going up gradually, growing up gradually. It's heading to 3,000 now, right? So you need to be able to diversify your portfolio, and this will come in handy when things go well in the crypto market. Because when things go well in the crypto market, you don't want to carry all your gains and just go and put it in crypto again, right? You need to be able to diversify that profit. You need to diversify that profit. So it's so important that we understand this thing. So I'm going to look, let me just check if there's any question here. Yes, I mean physical gold is good, but if you can buy the ETF, there's an ETF called XAU. I mean, sorry, not XAU. There's an ETF called GLD, and there's another ETF called IAU. Those ETFs are like the biggest, when it comes to gold. But if you can buy the physical, it's also good. I mean, and the thing about gold is that you don't even have to buy bullion. It could be a chain, it could be a ring, it could be anything as long as it's gold, right? And you see all those rappers, they have their gold chain on their neck, right? Those things are making money right now. Those gold chain that they use for jewelry. I mean, if they go to sell it now, gold is up. Gold is up. In the last 12 months, gold is up over 40%. So that's a good gain right there. But so it's important for us to understand. As a matter of fact, the company USDT Theta, right? They just posted a $13 billion profit. Some of that profit came from their gold investment. So even Theta, that is a digital company in the crypto space, they are taking their profit, they are investing in things like gold. Most of the profits that Theta made, some of the profit that they made from this year in that 13 billion, it came from their investment in gold. So if the crypto companies are investing in gold, why not you? Do you get what I'm saying? So you can't just put all your money in crypto. You can't, because sometimes things might go wrong in that area. So let's talk about a few things here. So when it comes to crypto now, let's look at crypto holistically, because it will give you a good understanding. So when I talk about XRP, I say XRP is the only token that I believe has a sure place, right? It's like the premier one. It has a sure place in the next financial system. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm going to talk. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Shiba, right? When it comes to investment in crypto, right? I strongly believe that you should be careful when it comes to time. Be careful when it comes to timing. If not, you're going to have a lot of problems. And I'm going to speak about some of the issues that I see today. You're going to have a lot of problems when it comes to timing, right? When it comes to investing, right? And when it comes to crypto investing, especially with some of the tokens we're talking about, XRP, Shiba Inu, XLM, and the likes, right? You need to understand that you are investing in a when question, not an if question. It's not an if whether these tokens will do well. It's just when, right? It's just when. And so if you know that eventually these tokens will do well, then it's important for you to just take your position and wait for the time. And I know a lot of people get impatient. I know a lot of people get impatient, right, when it comes to money, because when you put your money into something, then a lot of people want to just they want the money to come as quickly as possible. But remember, right, if the bull market had happened as quickly as you wanted it, you wouldn't have met it. Do you get? So if things were not delayed up to this time, most of us would not have met XRP, right? There are a lot of people who have come into XRP in the last 1 year, in the last 2 years, right? If the SEC did not delay XRP, we wouldn't have met XRP. XRP would have probably gone to greater heights like Bitcoin. But all these delays, right, they are there for a reason, right? And if you ask me, I'm not in a rush for the bull run. I'm not in a rush. So when people talk about time, I'm even praying for things to be delayed more. And the reason why is that you think you have enough. You think you have enough XRP. You think you have enough Shiba Inu. But the truth is that you don't have enough, right? Because what is going to happen in this crypto space is a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is not something that you can say, okay, once it goes up, say, wow, can you go back down so that I can buy more? No, it's once in a lifetime. So what you need to do is continue to build your position. And for some of us, right, we cannot build a large position in one go, right? Because most of us, we earn a salary, we have to buy in little increments, we have to buy in little pieces. There are some people who can only buy 20 XRP every month. There are some people who can only buy, 500,000 Shiba Inu every month, right? So if those people require more time to gain a good position. For instance, there are people who have been buying XRP for the last 3 years, right? And right now, their XRP portfolio, maybe it's now like 5,000, 10,000 XRP. But because of the time frame that they had, they were able to build up that position. So don't worry about the time. Don't worry about when will Shiba go up, when will XRP go up. Focus on building your portfolio. Focus on strengthening, on gathering and making sure that you have sufficient, of these coins. So that is why you should not be looking at the timing, because you don't have enough. Right? There are people who are holding close to 100,000 XRP tokens. Those guys are even praying for the thing to be delayed so that they can buy more. So if somebody who's got 100,000 XRP is not in a rush, why is someone who's just got 500 XRP in a rush to say, oh, let the bull market come? because of 500 XRP, because of 200 XRP, because of 1000 XRP. No, what you should be praying for is for this thing to be delayed, and so that you can buy more, so that you can acquire more, because what is going to happen, right, cannot be reversed. And this is going to be a once in a lifetime thing, right? So you want to make sure that, you know what, as much as possible, when the bull market come, right, it should set you up for life, right? That is how you should be thinking about it. What do I need to pile up so that this thing can, I mean, you don't want to go to the bull market and go back to 9 to 5, right? What you want is that when this bull market comes into place, right, I want to be set up for life. So if you're thinking about it from that angle, and that's why the mindset has to be different, right? Do you get? When you're thinking about it from that angle, what you're thinking about is like, you know what? I need more XRP. I need to get into more. I need to get more Shiba. I need to get, you know, more of these tokens, right? I'm not thinking about bull market because I want to be in a good position when the bull market comes, right? I want to have enough XRP that will set me up. You know, even if XRP goes to $10, right? Some of, you know, yeah, some of, if XRP goes to $10 today, some of us might not have enough XRP to live our 9 to 5. We don't have enough. If XRP goes to $100, some people might not have enough to live, right? So you want to, that's why I always tell people, right, don't go wide, go deep. When it comes to your investment, don't try to buy every token out there. Know the ones you've already bought, then go deeper, strengthen your stake, right? If you're focusing on XRP, then go deeper with XRP. Go deeper. Why? Because when that bull market comes, when the wave, I call it the wave, waiting for the wave. When the wave comes, right, you want the wave, right, to be in such a way that you never have to walk again. This is life-changing stuff, man. This is life-changing stuff. And a lot of people are not getting it. A lot of people are just thinking that, you know, this is an ATM where you just come and, no, this is life-changing stuff. Do you get? So you want to position in such a way that, you know what, once the bull market comes, you're done with, you know, you're done with 9 to 5, you're done with, you know, poverty, you're done with certain things. Do you get? So make sure that you're going deeper into these things. And that's why, you know, this last week when I saw the dip on XRP, I saw the dip on Shiba, I'm like, whoa, this is like, you know, this is like a giveaway. This is a giveaway. You know, the dip on Lunar Classic, these are just giveaways for people who are thinking the way I am thinking, right? They are praying for XRP to drop a little bit. They are praying. Do you get? Because if you think about it, right, XRP at $3, right? The money you need to buy, the amount of XRP you will get for $1,000, if XRP has $3, right, will be different from the amount of XRP you will get if XRP comes down to $2.85, because you're getting more XRP for your money. You're getting more XRP for your money, right? So just focus on doing that. Focus on building your stake. Focus on building your portfolio. Don't focus. You know, even sometimes I go on YouTube, I say, oh, there's going to be a flash crash. Forget about all those flash crash, man. Don't look at all those timing of market, flash crash here. Don't just focus on what you're doing. Because what a lot of people are going to do is that a lot of people are going to miss out because they're trying to time the market. They're trying to time the market. The best way, right, to partake in this bull market is to be there when it happens. You have to be on the sea when the wave comes, right? If you're trying to time the market to say, you know what, I'm going to wait for XRP to come down to 40 cents, there is no guarantee that XRP is ever going to see 40 cents again. There is no guarantee of that. So if you're the kind of person that is waiting for that, you might never see that. So don't time the market. Instead, dollar cost average. If you buy XRP at $3, if XRP goes down to 40 cents, wow, great. You dollar cost average, right? You buy more at that low price. You dollar cost average. But at every time you are invested in that XRP, at every time you're positioned there so that you don't miss out on the wave. That is the way I see things, right? That is the way I see things. And like I said, that is why the mindset has to be different. If your mindset is not different, you will miss out on this window. And I believe, this is my own opinion, in February, there's a bull market in February. There's something is going to happen in February because I see a disruption in March, right? So there has to be some sort of bull market in February leading into March where I believe there's going to be a disruption, you know, of some sort, you know, in the global economy or in the banking sector or something. So those are some of the things, because we are going to see like ups and down. This year is going to be like, volatility, ups and down, bull market issues, like that all through the year. February, bull market, March, disruption, come back again, June, things like that. We're going to just see those ups and downs, and you have to be prepared for those things. And that's why on my channel, I always tell people like disruptions and opportunities. You have to prepare for both of them, as we move forward. Okay, let me take a look at some of the chat. Let me see if there's any questions there. Yeah, there's other markets. You mean physical gold? Yeah. So guys, please make sure you have the right mindset in this thing. Hold your position. They are trying to, sometimes some of this manipulation in the price, right, is to shake people out. People who have weak hands, they shake them out of the market. But you have to just keep your focus. Keep your focus and make sure that you are here when the bull market comes. Yeah. So I've talked about XRP and everything, Shiba as well. A lot of people are looking at Shiba, and it's difficult to see Shiba in a different light. It's difficult to see Shiba as more than a meme coin, and I get that. A lot of people cannot see Shiba beyond that meme coin level, and I understand that. But it's so important for us to understand what those guys have done, been able to achieve. There is no meme coin in the market that has done what Shiba Inu has done, right? There is no meme coin that has gone from a meme coin to what Shiba Inu has done. And that is what a lot of people are not understanding. We've had so many meme coins, we've had Doge, we've had so many other meme coins, but no meme coin has been able to achieve what the team at Shiba Inu has been able to achieve. And that is why I believe that Shiba in the Doge, you need to go and look at what Shiba Inu is doing, right? What they have done there, with Shibarium, with all the tokens, with so many things they've done there. And that's why I believe Shiba is going to be a major player in the future. Not just a meme coin that's going to run up and create a lot of profit, but also the ecosystem, the technologies that they put in place is going to be a big deal in the future. And that's why I always tell people, like, don't plan to sell all your Shiba Inu. Don't plan to sell all. You need to reserve some, because they are going to be worth more even in the future. And it's important for us to also understand that why is everything happening now? Why all these changes in the crypto space and the world? Why all these changes? What is going on? And for you to understand that, right, you need to first of all understand that the world is changing. The world is going to be a different place in the next 5 years. It's going to be a different world. As a matter of fact, I used to tell people, right, if you took somebody today and you put them in the freezer and you froze them, right, for the next 5 years, right, and you unfreeze them in 2030, they will not recognize the world that we are coming into, because everything that we know about life is going to change by 2030, and 2030 is the goal that has been set, by the global system. 2030 is the time the world changes for completely. Everything we know about the world today will change. The way we work, the way we play, the way we love, the way we the way we sell, the way we buy, everything is going to change, and it's going to change drastically, right? So that is why you're seeing all these new technologies come out. That is why you're seeing blockchain. They are working towards a collective goal, and the deadline is 2030. The deadline is 2030, right? By 2030, everything will be online. Everything will be, in the cloud. Everything will be in the cloud, And I'm talking, when I'm saying everything, I mean every aspect of our life, right? Money will change completely. Money is about to undergo a tremendous change that people are not waiting for. By 2030, everything we know as currency would have changed. ATMs will be things, found only in the museum. Things like that. So there will be no cash. Everything will change by that time, and that is why this is what they are working towards. Those are the changes that are being rolled out. That's why you see all these blockchain companies fighting for a position in the future. Fighting for a position in the post 2030 future, So I talked about the fact that most companies are still fighting for their position. The only blockchain that has a sure position is XRP, right? The rest are still fighting. They are still struggling, right? They are still struggling for a position. There's, some people might say, oh, XRP, XLM number 2, XDC number 3. In reality, right, after XRP, there's still a lot of struggle. A lot of companies are still struggling, based on utility and based on, adoption. Those are the two things that qualifies a company: utility and adoption, right? You can have all the utility in the world, but if you don't have adoption, right, you're not successful. Does that make sense? So we need to understand those things. Yes, Matt Enriquez. Yes, I'm talking about going deeper here, not wider. So if you've got XLM, XRP, it's better to have more of those than to add new token. Well, I'm not sure you can. I think if you want to invest in Starlink, you can invest through. There's no direct investment vehicle for Starlink, but you can invest through a company called ARK Invest, Cathy Wood. You can invest through their ETFs. So I'm familiar with XPR, but I don't cover XPR because there's just so many tokens, and you have to just choose the ones you need to focus on, right? If you want to, that's why I'm saying, like, I don't advise people to buy. There's no need for you to have 10 tokens, right? It doesn't make any sense. Just choose your 5 or choose your 7, and then just focus on those ones, and just pray that if you've got 7 tokens, right, if you position yourself carefully, even if one hits, you should be good for life. Okay, yeah, let me go on. I've forgotten what I was talking about now. Yeah. So I was talking about how the world is going to change and how all these cryptocurrencies are going to be useful to us as people, right? So these cryptocurrencies, even though we are buying them and we're investing in them, they are going to be useful to us. They are going to be useful to us. And how is it going to be useful? For instance, let's look at XLM, right? And I talked about XLM, the utility of XLM, being able to do cross-border payment, being able to, take money, traditional, your cash, and then convert it into USDC, and then you can do a lot of things on the blockchain. So what you're going to see is that these utilities are going to become very prominent. A lot of people are going to start using this thing as we move forward. So as we go further into 2025, you're going to see a lot of people turning to crypto technologies for day-to-day, activities, right? And the reason why a lot of people do not understand a lot of the utilities of cryptocurrencies, right, is because there's a difference between the way people in Africa and the way people in the West see crypto, right? So if you come to countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, all these Western countries, they see crypto as a surplus to requirements. They see crypto as an like nice to have, right? But in Africa, crypto is actually very important, right? It's important for daily, day-to-day activities. They don't see it the way people see it in the West, right? A lot of people in Africa use crypto, use the utility of crypto on a daily basis. And that is why you see more adoption of crypto technologies in Africa. If you go to places like Kenya, like Nigeria, you see a lot of people involved. The common person is involved in crypto, right? Because that is how they get, some people, that is how they get paid. That is how people that is how people get paid. I know a lot of people who are buying cars from the United States. It's all done through crypto, through stable coins, right? So for you, you're looking at crypto, you're in the United States, in the United Kingdom, you're looking at crypto, like it has almost no utility for you because everything works, your bank, all these things work. But people in Africa, right, they are the ones making the utility of cross-border payment. I know people in Africa that are buying things from China. All is done through stable coins, right? So they are making use. These things are bringing value to them on a daily basis. But for people in the West, right, we see no value in XLM. We see no value, apart from investing in this asset, we see no value in them. But if you go to Africa, there's so much value in stable coins. There's so much value in Bitcoin. There's so much value in crypto because that is the fastest way for them to transfer money to a different country without going through, the rigors of exchange rate, right? So if you want to really understand the utility of crypto, you have to go to, countries, third world countries, unfortunately, right? South America, go to Venezuela, go to countries where their national currencies are failed, and then you can see the true utility of crypto. And those countries are giving you a good foresight of what will happen in the West eventually. When the currencies of the West begin to lose value at a rapid rate, you will now see that a lot of people, and this is what will cause a massive shift in the way people see crypto, because eventually all currencies are headed for debt. Most currencies are going to, the trajectory for all these currencies, whether it is the dollar, whether it is the pound, it is the yen, it is the euro, they are all heading to their grave at some point, right? So, but everything is happening gradually. That is why a lot of people are not noticing. A lot of people are thinking that this whole economic crash is going to be one big crash, black swan. It might not be a black swan. It might be a black swan. It might not be a black swan. But what we see is a gradual devaluing of major currencies. And a lot of people are paying attention to these things. A lot of people are waking up and realizing that, one paycheck can no longer feed this house. People are realizing that, one paycheck is no longer enough. Do you get? So we are seeing a gradual devaluing of global currencies. And so what is going to happen is eventually when people begin to understand this, that, hey, come, if I put $50 in Bitcoin and I put $50 in my bank, when I go back to my bank, through inflation and devaluing, I've lost money. But when I put it in Bitcoin, things go higher, right? It's all about the mindset. And the last thing that changes in the society is the mindset. When the mindset changes, right, you're going to see crypto, right? A lot of people are going to be coming into crypto. So right now, that shift is going on behind the scenes. A lot of people are still skeptical about crypto, but the shift is going on. More and more people are getting into crypto on a daily basis. More and more people are getting into crypto. So it's important for us to understand that shift that is coming. So crypto is not a get rich quick scheme where you just come in, you put money and take money out. You need to understand that you that is invested in crypto right now, you are the early adopters. You are the early people. You are the early ones, right? You built a stake in where everybody is coming eventually, right? And this is what I used to say about when I talk about bridge assets, that there's going to be a bridge that people need to cross, and we that are in crypto very early, we have crossed that bridge already, and we are waiting for everybody else to come join us in that part. So it's important for us to understand that smart contracts and tokenization of RWA will be, everything is going to be. Let me even talk about that a little bit. So one of the things that we understand is that when we talk about smart contracts, the new financial system and all these things, right? It's important to understand that what they are trying to do is okay. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. So we've got this old financial system here, right? We've got a new financial system, and then we've got a gap in between, right? And everyone is trying to cross over, right? And it's important to understand that when it comes to moving from one system to another, it's not very easy for people to do that migration. Most times it's easier to start all over again, right? For instance, if you see an old bank, a bank that has been around for 200 years, when they want to move to a new system, it's always difficult to do things, right? It's always difficult to do things, right? It's always easier to start something afresh. So what they're going to do is that there's going to be some sort of crisis with the banks or with something. There's going to be a crisis, right? That is going to be used as a catalyst to move people over to the new system. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah. So let me just see if there's some questions that we can take. Say both SHIB and long are not to be slept on. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are putting XRP, XLM, and XDC, as like one, two, three, and that mindset, right, is being spread by a lot of people. Like, oh, XRP number one, XLM number two, XDC number three, and it's important for you to not get caught up with that mindset that XRP, yes, is the premier token, but when it comes to the lineup from after XRP, everything is still shaking, right? For me, if you ask me, I put XRP and long next after XRP. Yeah, that's the order that I will put it, right, in terms of a bull market. But some people will say XRP, XLM, XDC. But I will say XRP long, then maybe XLM. Because a lot of people do not understand long is something is something that when he wakes up. Yeah, the future of money. Yeah, I saw that documentary. Yeah, the future of money. So a lot of people are sleeping on long. A lot of people are sleeping on long, and they don't understand what Lunar Classic is going to do. So, for me, I think that a lot of people are sleeping on long. A lot of people are sleeping on Lunar Classic. Okay, yeah. So H bar is a good project for us. It's a good project, but it's like I said, what will determine the success of these projects, right? Utility and adoption. Most of them have got utility, but we are looking for adoption, right? And if you take a look at the adoption of XLM, is XLM has got more adoption than HBAR. So there's no way I would put HBAR before XLM, right? So XLM will come before HBAR because XLM has got utility and it has got a lot more adoption. In fact, XLM has got more use cases than HBAR. Yeah. So being ISO 200, and see this whole thing, right? A lot of people just get it, make a big deal about it. Being ISO compliant, right, is not really the all in all, right? The fact that you're ISO compliant doesn't mean that you will be successful, right? Before ISO 222 came out, there are a lot of other ISO compliance, right? And the fact that a company has ISO compliant doesn't mean the company will be successful. ISO compliant just means that you tick a number of boxes, right? You tick your system ticks a number of boxes, and you get given the ISO people come, they do an audit, and you're given a certificate. So the fact that a project is ISO compliant is not all we're looking at, right? Is not all we're looking at in terms of that project. There are a lot of things we need to look at. XLM has got a lot of utility. I even think that when XLM are working on a lot of things, they are working a lot of things, and XLM, I believe that the adoption for XLM will be crazy at some point. And I've done a video about XLM. XLM is going to be wild. I even predicted that XLM will outperform XRP, outperform, not outprice. And I explained what I meant by that outperform. XLM will outperform at some point. So it's important for us to understand that. And how high will XRP go? So when it comes to figures, right, of XRP, we hear a lot of things. We hear 10,000 per XRP and everything. Will I say it's impossible? No, it's not impossible. It's actually possible. But the reason why people think it's possible are not the same as mine, right? I have a different reason why I think that is possible, but it's not the same as what people are thinking. Do you get? So for me, I think that if you're planning to hold XRP, you should be planning to hold it till 2030. If you're not planning to hold it to 2030, then you might not get the fullness of what XRP will do. So why did George Torres deem? I think it's the way Ripple marketed the XRP. I think it was the way Ripple put the XRP out there, right? And that is why they had a lot of problems. If you look at the case between Ripple and XRP, the way Ripple was using XRP, they were almost using as a currency, right? So Ripple was paying people with XRP. So they, in a way, the way they packaged the XRP product had a problem. That's where they had a problem, in my own opinion. is the way they package the XRP products. So yeah, so this live, I usually do it at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So to that would be like midnight GMT. I don't cover Pepe, to be honest. I don't cover Pepe at all. I'm not invested in it, so I don't take a look at it. And that is the thing. You cannot be looking at every single token out there. I don't cover Pepe. I think from a meme coin point of view, the only one I cover is Shiba. So Shiba is my choice for meme coin. I know there are a lot of them. I was looking at Bonk as well. I haven't taken a good look at it, but I'm also looking at the WikiCat as well. I'll talk about that one another time. There's a token called WikiCat, so I'm looking at that as well. I'm just trying to see where they are going with that because we need to. XCN. I've seen XCN. That is the Onyx coin, right? But I've not really taken a good look at it. I believe that what XCN is doing is covered by other projects, but I know it's been running, for a while now, right? I think that what they do is covered by a number of projects, but they might be the winner in that space. And this is something you need to understand is that every space, every corner in the crypto universe is being fought for. Everyone is fighting for a space. Now, some of these spaces we already have a clear winner. For instance, cross-border payment for banks, XRP is the clear winner of that. But in terms of peer-to-peer payment, there are a lot of struggle. Algo is there, XLM is there. They are still struggling for who. There is no clear winner on that yet, right? And this is why I'm telling you guys that the only space that has a clear winner is the banking space, which is XRP, cross-border, settlements for bank. XRP is the clear winner. There's no contest there for XRP. So XRP has successfully, captured that segment. Now, for other segments like peer-to-peer payment, we still have a lot of projects that are battling it out. For others, so there's so many metaverse. We have a lot of projects battling it out. So eventually, at some point, as we move forward, we're going to be seeing clear winners in those space. We don't know yet whether XLM is going to be the clear winner for peer-to-peer because Algo is there. We have some other companies who are there trying to do some really really neat concepts there. So every other segment there's still a battle, in my own opinion. Like I said, I see things differently. This might be different from what other people are saying, but this is how I see I see things. BRICS will use XRPL. Yeah, I mean they can use it. It's an open source. It's an open source technology, so they can use it. So the thing about XRPL is that you don't have to use the public ledger. You can install XRP privately for yourself. A lot of companies have XRP already. Bank of America uses XRP for internal transactions, but it's not connected to the public ledger. So XRPL is a software, right? You can just install it in your own network privately. You can install it privately and use all the facilities, all the functionalities of XRP in your private network. There was an interesting, concept I saw from the head of Bank of America. He was talking about the fact that once they get regulatory clarity, that a lot of banks are going to come into the crypto space. So I guess, that regulatory clarity is important. And we know that that's going to come with Trump. That is something that Trump is going to do. Trump is going to make sure that there is that regulatory clarity. And I think that's what David Sachs, the cryptos that Trump has appointed. That is what he's going to be doing. So yeah. So let me see if there's anything I want to talk about here. Yeah. So I want to talk about patience, right? We need to be patient, right? So you guys need to be patient. Don't get tossed. Reserve coin. I'm not sure about that. There's so many areas that question is very vague and broad. But let me talk to you guys about being patient, right? You need to be patient with the crypto market, right? Make sure you're not buying and selling, you're not trading, anxiously or nervously. You need to be patient because The bull market is going to come. It's going to do its thing. So you just need to be patient with it. Just make sure that you know what you're buying, and make sure that you have a good position in those coins that you have bought. That is what I would tell anybody. Yeah, there's going to be, yeah, I believe that 2025, we're going to have a bull market in 2025. In fact, multiple bull markets in 2025. Yeah, when I mean when I mean winner, I don't mean that they're one is going to win and then the other one will go away. What I mean is that who is going to be the successful project in that space, right? That's what I mean. For instance, when you see a space like e-commerce, Amazon is the biggest, is the clear winner, right? Even though they've got other e-commerce companies, so we're looking for a clear winner. 300 even to 100k XRP. They say a lot of people are just throwing figures out there, and a lot of people are not even paying attention to the possibilities of those things. People are just saying XRP is going to be 10,000, XRP is going to be 100,000. All those figures have no valid evidence or valid backing. Yes, could XRP go to 300? Yes, it's possible. Could it go to 10,000? Yes, it is possible. But most people, what people are showing as the reason why it will get there, some of them are not plausible. Yeah, I do believe that in this bull run, though, we will see $100 in XRP. That is my belief, that we'll see $100 in XRP, but it's going to be for a different reason, and that is why I don't like giving predictions, because my own predictions come with a different reason, not from the popular one people are talking about. I believe that there's going to be a disruption there's going to be a disruption in the traditional finance, in traditional banking, right? That will push a lot of liquidity into crypto. There will be a massive disruption to the banks, right? And a lot of liquidity will flow into crypto, right? And obviously, it will flow into things like XRP. And there's also something that I'm tracking at the moment, right? There's a disruption that I believe will be in the horizon on the United States, right? And I believe that starting from this year 2025, we're going to see a lot of migration away from Western countries, right? We're going to see a lot of people migrating away from Western countries, so from Europe, from the United States, and we're going to see a lot of people moving to safe countries in Africa. We're going to see a lot of people moving to Singapore, moving to safe jurisdiction, because depending on how things go, right, there might be a lot of there might be a lot of issues in those Western countries. So we're going to see a lot of people migrating, the other way. They're going to move towards, either Singapore, Thailand, Dubai, Africa. And one of the ways that you're going to find is that a lot of people are going to use crypto to transfer their wealth to the other side of the country. A lot of people are going to use crypto. So, for instance, think about a businessman who's got $5 billion, right? And they are going into Africa, right? Previously, the way they would do that is they would have to put the money in the bank, transfer the money from one bank in the United States to another bank in Africa. There will be so many paperwork, so many things to do. But now, if you've got $1 billion and you're going to Africa, you just buy your stable coin, buy a couple of coins, and then you move, and then you pick it up at the other side. And this is the utility people are not seeing in crypto. A lot of people are moving from Western countries to Dubai, moving from Western countries to Thailand, and they are moving massive amounts using through stable coins, right? People are moving. I mean, think about what the amount of paperwork you would need to sign to move $500 million from the United States to Dubai. Now with crypto, you can just buy 100 million in XRP, buy 10 million USDT, buy 10 million PYUSD, buy another 10 million RLUSD, and you pick it up at the other side, right? So we're going to see massive liquidity into the crypto market, once this disruption hits. Yeah, you can't move gold. That's the thing. A lot of people are going to sell their gold for crypto. And this person who is this IP, you're getting it, right? When people need to move, you cannot move gold, you cannot move cash. Crypto is going to be the de facto. A lot of people are already, as a matter of fact, nations, Russia, is using crypto. Russia is accepting USDT for oil payment. A lot of people do not know this. Behind the scenes, a lot of countries are accepting stable coins for payment, right? And that is why you see a lot of stable coins. The stable coin market cap, they are predicting is going to reach 5 trillion by 2030. Stable coin alone. Yeah, I don't like the concept of XRP ETFs though. I know a lot of people are talking about XRP ETFs, and everything. I think that that's a bad idea. ETFs in XRP will be a bad idea, because I believe that what they're going to do with ETFs is to make sure ETFs is going to reduce the ownership of XRP for retail, right? So you're gonna be able to buy the XRP ETF, but you will not get access to the underlying XRP. So with the Bitcoin ETF, for instance, we can see that they just filed I think they just filed to Nasdaq to allow people collect their Bitcoin from the Bitcoin ETF, not just collecting cash from it. Yeah. So yeah, tokenizing, everything is going to be tokenized. Every single thing will be tokenized. Every single thing, whether it's house ownership, whether it's car ownership, all your car ownership papers, everything will be on the blockchain. And that's what XDC is going to be good for. XDC is going to be that. XDC is it's going to be like a digital library for all the contracts and all the paperwork. And that's why XDC is going to be important. Are you afraid of tokenization for Africa? Africa is the best place for crypto because there's no existing technology, so it's easier for crypto to be implemented in Africa because they don't have the burden of migration, right? Unlike Western countries, they have they have to migrate from their old system to the new system. But in Africa, you just go there, you set up the new system once. They don't have the burden of migration, and that is why we see a lot of success with crypto in Africa. We see a lot of success with digital money in Africa as well. Well, market cap, you need to understand that market cap is something that will become more and more irrelevant. Remember, we have inflation going on, right? A lot of people are not taking into account the inflation, right, that is going on in the world today. So a lot of people are just looking at market cap. They're not considering, they're not putting a lot of factors into consideration. If XRP hits $100, that makes market cap reach trillions. Explain why market cap doesn't matter in that case. Well, I think if you look at the way XRP is right now, we're calculating XRP based on the entire circulating supply. But remember, there are a lot of XRP that are not out there circulating, right? They are not even in the they are in escrow, if I can put it that way. So there's a lot of important things that we need to look at, right? I'm not saying market cap is totally unimportant, but it's not the only thing to look at, if I can put it that way. It's not the only thing to look at. If XRP hits $100, that makes market cap. Yeah, true. And that's why I said, for me, I believe that there's going to be a disruption in the traditional banking that is going to move a lot of liquidity into crypto. And also, I also hold the opinion that Bitcoin will at some point come down. It will come down. There will be a flow of capital away from Bitcoin into tokens like XRP. So I believe that the days of Bitcoin are actually numbered, in my own opinion. I don't think Bitcoin will be the top. It will not disappear, but it will not be the top. It will not be the top token, right? In the next 1 year, it will not be the number one in the next 1 year. That is my own prediction. In the next 12 months, I think Bitcoin will not be number one. Especially because I do think there's going to be an issue with USDT. And once that issue with USDT, materializes, I think there's going to be issues with Bitcoin. Yeah, and to be honest, the people, okay, man, this is gonna, I want to do a video about this, the relationship between Bitcoin and XRP. And let me know, I'm not gonna put it here. I'm gonna do a video about that, the relationship with Bitcoin and XRP. Both of them have the same, the truth is that there's a lot of manipulation in the crypto space. I have my opinions about certain things, and sometimes I share my opinions. And I don't think that a lot of people will agree with me, but I do think that Bitcoin and XRP have the same founders. But that's my own opinion, and I'm not saying anything in concrete. I just, based on my own opinion and my own understanding, is the people that worked on Bitcoin are the same people that worked on XRP. Like I said, it's not something that a lot of people might want to believe, but I believe that Bitcoin was put there as Bitcoin is like the version one, XRP is like the version two. That's my own idea. Yeah, that's the thing. Because a lot of people get, you when you're giving your opinion, a lot of people come here and start saying, blah blah blah. But when I do my own research and I come to my own conclusion, I come to the conclusion that XRP was the goal. XRP was always the price, but they just use Bitcoin to understand the market, to understand, like when you want to put out a product, you put out something called an MVP. And I'm going to do a full video about this. You put out an MVP first to make people understand it, get people to, adopt it first, and then you create the real thing. XRPLM bricks. Yes, the same people. It's the same. XRP, XLM is all the same. Yeah. In my own opinion, remember, that's my own opinion. I believe that everything important in the crypto space, Jed McCaleb has his hand inside of it. Everything important to crypto, everything we call important in crypto, right? Jed McCaleb has his hand inside of it. That's my own opinion. He was the first one to understand that crypto will require an exchange. He created, yeah, Ripple, yeah, that's true. It's a very solid software. And by the way, guys, some of the things that I say here, right? You guys might be wondering that, why can't I go deeper, right? And there's a lot of deep things about these technologies that you're looking at, right? XRP, XLM, XDC. There are deeper things about this, and I'm opening another channel, right? It's called Let Us Cross Over, and in that channel, I'm going to be able to explain some of the other sides of these technologies, right? Those are not mainstream ideas. They are not mainstream ideas, so I can't put it on this channel. In this channel, I talk about mainstream stuff. But if you want to know more about some of these technologies, the backstory, maybe the spiritual, connotations and everything, I'll talk about it in a different channel. But what we are seeing with these technologies, and that is why you don't get too carried away with the money aspect. Some of these technologies will be used to imprison you in the future, right? Some of these technologies will be used against you to take away your privacy in the future. So don't get too carried away. Don't fall in love. Don't be emotional about this. You want to make money, fine, make money, but don't be emotional about this. I hear people, putting emotions towards like, oh, I love XRP, I love this. Don't love these things, man. These things are going to be used against you in the future. Right now, we are taking advantage of them to make money from them. That is fine. That is all good. But don't fall in love. Don't put your heart into these things, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Don't put your heart into this thing. XRP, you guys need to understand the features of crypto. When we go full crypto, when the world goes full crypto, right? You need to understand that this crypto has another side to it, right? They have another side to it. These things they have dual use, right? You don't want to see the other side of crypto, right? And so it's important for us to understand this thing. So make the money you want to make, do what you want to do, but don't fall in love with these things, because some of these technologies you're seeing today will be used against you tomorrow. And also, let me just advise you guys, right? You guys need to let go of the catalyst, right? All these catalysts, bricks, this one is going to use XRP. Forget about those things, right? If you keep chasing all those things, you will miss it. All those things are just being created by YouTube content creators that are looking for content. Those things don't matter to the success of XRP. Whether BRICS implements XRP or not, it doesn't matter to the success of XRP. You need to understand that, right? All these things don't matter. All these catalysts, here and there, talking about whether BRICS will implement X. It doesn't matter to the success of XRP. It doesn't. There are few things. XRP has been chosen. It has been chosen. There is nothing. There's no. It doesn't need a catalyst. XRP does not need a catalyst, right? David Morgan, the silver expert, had a crypto series on YouTube and had a guest who said Jeffrey Epstein and MI. Yeah, all those rabbit holes, man. Just let go. If you're investing in crypto, invest in crypto. Just buy your token and wait for your returns. Don't worry yourself about what Jeffrey Epstein is doing or MIT or stuff like this. It doesn't, to be honest, these things don't matter, right? In the grand scheme of things. What matters, right, is if it's the adoption and what they are doing in there. Because a lot of people are just going down different holes in terms of crypto. Oh, this one is going to do this one, that this one is going to do that. It doesn't matter. As above. Yeah. Does BIS Swift and reserve currency? No, I don't think those things matter, to be honest. Like I said, all these things, right, are just being used to sort of distract people, right? Swift and XRP are not in competition, right? Both of them are being run by the same people. Swift and XRP, they are not in competition. XRP was made to replace Swift. It was made basically, in my own opinion. Again, this is my opinion. XRP was made to replace Swift. They are not in competition. It's not either XRP or Swift or anything. No, the people who control Swift, right, were the ones that. I'll do this in another video. They are not in competition. People always speak, XRP. No, XRP is the updated version of Swift. You need to ask yourself, right? If you think about the XRP software, it's a very sophisticated software. XRP is one of the most sophisticated piece of technology in the world today, right? And if you think about what XRP can do, you will understand that nobody can successfully build a technology like XRP without the involvement of companies like the Bank of International Settlements, without the World Bank, without IMF. There's no way you can successfully build a technology like XRP without the involvement or without the contribution of people from those organizations. Because how would you know what to build? How would you know how transactions happen? How did Jed McCaleb understand cross-border payment and cross-border settlements? How did he know how banks settle each other? Someone that's never worked in a bank. So you need to think about those things. That where did he get the input to understand how banks will settle, to understand how these things will settle? If you look at the ledger, if you look at the XRP software and the sophistication and the what it can do in terms of settlements, right? You know that definitely there had to be contribution from people who do this on a day-to-day basis. If XRP is not used, then the usage case, no, XRP will be used definitely, but you guys are going deep into some concepts that require a lot of time to explain, and I have to explain things for my opinion. You see, there is you can't explain things without understanding the high level. If you take a look at the world today, right, where the world is going, right, By 2030, right? By 2030, what you will see in the world, right, is that they want to break down the borders of nations, right? You want to break down the borders of nations, and that is why we're going to go from a world with borders to a world without borders, right? That is what they want to do, right? A world without borders. So what we are going to see is that most of the governments of countries are going to be weakened by these technologies. Most of the governments of countries are going to be weakened, right? The strength that the government of a country has is going to be reduced by the introduction of technologies like XRP, XLM, Starlink. Most governments are going to be weakened, and that's why you see all these global or all these universal technologies being rolled out, right? It's going to weaken the governments of countries. So whether you like it or not, the power you had as I'm going to give you one very good example. You know, right? Iran, the nation called Iran, they have a tight control of their internet, right? So anytime there is a riot or anytime there is an uprising in Iran, right, the government of Iran is able to turn off certain technologies, turn off things like Twitter, turn off things like Facebook, turn off things like Instagram, WhatsApp. They can turn it off from their technology. Why? So that, to help reduce violence, they have control to turn it off. But what happened now recently is that with the introduction of Starlink, the governments of Iran cannot do that anymore. So right now, during protests, if the citizens are using Starlink, the government cannot turn off Twitter. They cannot they cannot turn those things off anymore. So what we are seeing is that the power has been taken away from the government of Iran. Right? The same thing happened in Brazil as well. Your ability to turn things off, because when you have a company on ground, right, in the Iran, most of the technology companies that run the internet, they are in Iran, so the government can harass them. But when a company like SpaceX from the United States is controlling the internet in your country, in Iran, you can't go there and arrest them. You can't go there and do anything to them. So this is what we're going to see. Governments are going to be weakened, because what you're going to see is XRP, XLM. If XLM becomes the predominant way your citizens are transferring money to one another, then you cannot stop it anymore, right? You cannot. So these technologies are going to weaken the governments of nations, right? They're going to weaken the governments of nations. So you're going to have people in the United States controlling the lives of people in different countries without having to go to those countries, right? So XLM, if you start using XLM on a daily basis, let's say the people in Africa begin to adopt XLM, what you're going to see is that the people in United States, the SDC, the SDF, the Stellar Foundation, is going to be able to control things in certain countries without even being in those countries physically, right? So those are the high level things you need to understand. That is how the world is changing. That is why you're seeing these universal technologies like Starlink, like XRP. You get these technologies are there to break down the borders of nations. And this is where some people begin to get the concept of one world, one world this, one world currency, one world government, world world. This is the gradual, we're heading towards those things, but in a very slow and gradual way. And Starlink is one of the pivotal technologies that we underpin all those things. So, reserve cryptocurrency on hand will empower governments. Tokenizing by governments will replace bonds. There's so much to say. No, open source just means anybody can use it for free. You don't have to pay for it. That's just what open source means. So if a software is open source, it means that you can use it for free. You don't have to pay for it. So it means the source code is there as well. It means that the people who created it have also included the source code, so you can make amendments to it. You can change some things if you want to customize it to fit your own specific use. So that's the thing. So if you think about KYC right now, right? If you think about KYC, normally if you go to open a bank, an account in the bank in your country, they go through KYC. Right now, KYC is being done in the United States, even though you're not in the United States, right? You do your KYC. Let's say you want to open a Stellar Lobster wallet, right? You go through KYC. But that KYC is done by Stellar. Stellar doesn't necessarily have an office in your own country, right? So you're seeing that they have. I don't. I think I need to do a video on this. Because we need to understand all these things. Because if you understand these things, then you will understand what with the role that crypto will play in this system and all. So it's going to be it's going to be wide set. I mean, there's going to be a lot of changes, right, to how the world works. And what we are seeing is that, CEOs are going to be more powerful than presidents, in the next 5 years. We're going to see CEOs that are more powerful than presidents of country. We're going to see people like CEOs. I mean, we're going to see CEOs like Elon Musk, like Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg. They will become more powerful than the presidents of of a number of nations. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, BRICS. Yeah. Okay. Let me. If there's any cryptocurrency on the horizon. Cryptocracy. No, I'm thinking more like technocracy. That is what we're heading into. We're moving from democracy to technocracy, where most of the things will be controlled by CEOs rather than democratic elected governments. So we're going to see a lot of control, and that's what we're seeing already. You see all the CEOs. All the CEOs came for Trump's inauguration. Fire blocks. I don't have any comment on that at the moment. I need to take a look at that. So it's not something I can speak on at the moment. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So guys, yeah. So I just thought, I think that's most of the things that I wanted to talk about today. We're still going to take a look at Luna Classic. I think that's something that a lot of people are sleeping on. We're going to take a look at Luna Classic. Luna Classic is one of those tokens that I believe will make people, it's going to set people up. So a lot of people are sleeping on Luna Classic, but I think Luna Classic is one of those ones that will surprise a lot of people, and so it's something that I believe will come back alive at some point. Okay. Yeah. So when you're doing all these things, some people go deep into the technology. It's good to always learn about what you're investing in. So if you're investing in XRP, it's good to have a good understanding of what is happening with XRP, where XRP is going, and what it's going to do in the future. But there are some rabbit holes that you don't want to get into. Do you get? Because some of them don't matter, to be honest. All right, guys, we're going to start rounding up here. I don't know if there's any more questions, that we need to take today. We're going to start rounding up here. I think I've touched most of the things that I want to touch on. Make sure that you're going deep on your conviction. Know your highest conviction. Know what you're buying, and make sure you're going deeper into those projects. And also make sure you have a little bit of offline strategy. It doesn't have to be a lot, but make sure you have a little bit of offline strategy. And your offline strategy could be gold, it could be cash, it could be anything. Make sure you have something outside of the digital space. Make sure you have something outside of the digital space. That's so important. That's something I wanted to bring to you guys. Make sure you have something outside of the digital space, because at some point we're going to see a disruption in the digital space. So it's so important that we understand that as well. And there's something I wanted to talk about in terms of the crypto, in terms of how I see the crypto. So it's important for us to understand that some of these crypto projects, right, things are going to be in the form of, it's going to be orchestrated. And how do I mean it? So not it doesn't mean that all projects are going to go up at the same time. So let's say you've got XRP, you've got XLM, you've got Luna, you've got Shiba, and all the rest. It doesn't mean all of them will take off at the same time. And this is why you need to understand what you're in. So it could be that XRP takes off, right, at one point, and then you're doing well in XRP. But maybe a couple of months later, it could be Shiba taking off. It could be Luna Classic taking off. So these things are going to happen sequentially, at different times. It doesn't mean that everything will happen at the same time. And also, it's the same thing with gold. It's the same thing with silver, right? So if you play your cards right, you will always have a bull market somewhere in your portfolio. You will always have a bull market. So let's say you come into XRP or Shiba, right? And then you get some things from Shiba, you take that, you buy some silver, you buy some gold, right? You keep that, or you buy some Luna Classic. Then when Shiba might not be doing well, your Luna Classic might be doing well, or your gold might be doing well, or your silver, especially silver. Silver is going to do really well. Silver is going to do really well. You get at some point when silver begins to break out, and that is why you have everything, so that even if silver doesn't go this year, it goes next year, you still making profit in that investment as well. So it's important that you have a good understanding of what you want to do. Do you get a good understanding of what you want to do when any of your projects kick off, right? You need to know what you're going to invest in next. Do you get? Because some people are just going to take the whole money from Shiba and then go buy XRP, and that's not a very sound investment. You need to invest in something. There are stocks. You need to get into stocks as well. Do you get? You might need to take some of your investment. You buy some of the companies, because some of these crypto companies are going to go into the stock market. They're going to go into the stock market, so you need to be ready to also invest in them. For instance, if Ripple comes to the stock market, that's a good company to invest in, right? Because they've got 44 billion XRP, so they're going to be rich. If XRP goes to $100, do you understand that Ripple will instantly become one of the richest companies in the world? Yeah, you need to solve from asset to asset. Yeah, that's the good way to put it. You need to have different assets. That's why on my channel I talk about different assets. I don't just talk about stock. And I know a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people just want to hear about crypto. But you must talk about stocks. You must talk about it, because some of you might need to put your crypto, they say, in some dividend paying stocks. Just keep it there. And that's how you build wealth, right? Can't buy Ripple stocks. Well, Ripple is going to make money, right? Because if you think about what Ripple is doing, right, even though they are the custodian for XRP, Ripple has some products, right? Ripple has products that will make you. So the products for, most banks cannot just use XRP directly, right? Do you get? Except you have some sort of blockchain technology, maybe like R3. If you have R3 Corda, or you have something, but Ripple has products in terms of software that helps you utilize XRP, for cross-border payment. So Ripple is going to be generating cash flow as well. So it's not a bad company to invest in. It won't be a bad. I think if Ripple comes to the market, if Ripple comes to the stock market, it's a company that I would invest in. Yeah, the dollar has so many headwinds. The dollar has so many headwinds, right? As a matter of fact, most people, I think most in the United States wants to see the dollar crash, to be honest, because it will help them with the debt. And that's why they want to have something behind that dollar. That's why you hear them talking about the Bitcoin reserve, right? Because the only way to clear that debt is to reduce the dollar against something else, right? So for instance, let's say you have gold, right? If you want to clear your debt very fast, remember the United States debt is based on the US dollar. That debt is based on the US dollar, right? So if you turn the US dollar to something like the way Zimbabwe was, then you can literally clear the whole debt with just a couple of Bitcoins or a couple of gold, right? So it's important for us to understand that, some of these things are strategic. Some of these things are strategic. They are being done in a very strategic way. Do you get? They are being done in a very strategic way. That's why they are trying to find a backup, because it is in the interest of the US for the US dollar to go down against something that the United States has. Do you get? So if it goes down against something they have, then it's easier to pay off that debt. It's easier to manage the debt. So yeah, there's a lot of tailwind for the dollar this year. There's a lot of tailwinds. Crypto is there. So many. There are so many, and they announced so many ways to bypass the US dollar for trade. Anyone investing in the Iraqi dinar? Okay, no, no. I do think Japan could use Shiba Inu. Shiba. I think Japan has a big influence on that Shiba cryptocurrency. As a matter of fact, Japan is a very important nation for crypto in general. Very, very important. And I am one of those people who believe that the issue we will see in the United States will come from Japan. There are four countries that are important for crypto in the Western Hemisphere: US, the EU, Japan, and UK. So Ken says Shiba not developed enough yet. I think Shiba is good to go, right? Shiba is good to go. Remember, the head of Shiba, the lead developer, he stepped down because basically he said that they finished everything that they wanted to do. So I think Shiba is in a good place right now, if you ask me. So I used to invest in stock. I used to be heavy in stocks, right? So I came into crypto, I think, in the last maybe 3 years. 3 years, yeah. So not too long. But I used to be in the stock market, right? But when you see when I saw when the world is going, that's why I came into crypto. Yeah, I think there's an XRP fund. There's an XRP trust in Japan now, where they are stockpiling XRP as well. So to be honest, if you want to understand crypto, you just need to understand the world. You just need to understand where the world is going. And this is what I'm trying to tell people, but a lot of people are not patient to understand. If you understand where the world is going, you will easily understand which crypto projects will do well. I don't look at I don't look at technical analysis or any of those things, right? So a lot of people might say, look at I don't look at all those things. I just look at where the world is going, and I look at which of those cryptocurrencies are aligned to take advantage of those opportunities that are on the horizon. So if you understand that, like when I was calling gold, I was telling people about gold. I was like, you know what, invest in gold, and that is because I see where the world is going. There's no how gold will not go up. Gold has to go up because there's so many tailwinds for gold. So many tailwinds, for gold at the moment. Inflation is going to continue to be an issue in the United States. A lot of people who are noticing what is going on with the purchasing power or are already stockpiling gold. They're already stockpiling gold. Yeah, not every stock. Not some stocks are going to. I mean, you need to understand stocks that are going to be that can weather any storm, right? There are going to be some companies that will weather any storm. And for instance, the AI companies. This is. I mean, for the next 5 years, AI is going to be a big deal. Nvidia is going to be a big deal. Yes, it might drop a little bit, but it's still going to be generating serious cash flow. So you can invest in companies that pay dividends and everything. Companies that are going to be important. Water is going to be a big issue. For instance, water, right? There's going to be a fight over water very soon. Fresh water. So if you see companies that are doing anything that is related to water, right? Water is going to be a big issue. So those are the kind of investment ideas, right? You see the world, you understand that fresh water is going to be a big issue in the future. You find the companies that are positioned to take advantage of that. You find the companies like Nestle, right? All those companies, they are going to be big because water is going to be very expensive in the coming months. Very expensive water. Fresh water is going to be very clean water is going to be very expensive. So those are some of the things. That's how I look at the world. Just look at where the world is going, and then you invest in it. So water is going to be a big deal. Yeah, even the Trump tariffs is going to be inflationary. It's going to add more inflationary pressure to the US dollar as well. So you're going to see a lot of inflation because things are going to be more expensive. Well, freshwater is what we're talking about. freshwater, freshwater is going to be it's going to be there's going to be a fight over freshwater. Gold, silver, XRP, and XLA. There's a, I think, I don't know, there was something I was going to say. Yeah, so yeah, let's just make sure that we are positioned properly. Let's just make sure that, when the dollar falls, it can have a ripple effect on stock. Yeah, yeah, definitely, it will have a ripple effect. Yeah, but understand that most people are expecting a black swan. It might not necessarily be a black swan, but what we are saying is the gradual devaluing of the currency. Well, Kev Duplo, Kev, you're a rich man already. 107,000 liters. That's going to be a big deal in the future. It's going to be a big deal. You might not even need crypto if you've got that much water, because what you're sitting on at the moment, that is crypto level profit, in my own opinion, depending on what country you're in. But that water is going to be a big deal. A lot of people don't see it coming until it comes, and that's how that's why it's important for you to be able to see things before they arrive. And I see that there's going to be a big issue with water. Yeah, and there's going to be big opportunities for real estate as well, and that's why you need to be in crypto, because when crypto is going up, there's going to be issues with real estate. So real estate is going to be cheap at that point. Because yeah, real estate is going to be a big deal. Yeah, and the land that has water in it. A lot of people don't. A lot of people want to buy land, but you must buy the land that has water in it. Yeah, real estate is going to be cheap very soon. Very soon, because a lot of people are already at their breaking point. The number the I was looking at the chart for default, for people who are already in default in their mortgage. That is going up every day. Shiba Inu, I don't know about $1, to be honest, but there's no, I mean, it could potentially go there. I think when people finally get a sense of what is available from a Shiba point of view, Shiba has a misreporting in terms of circulating supply. There's a misreporting going on with Shiba. Nobody actually knows what is going on with Shiba in terms of what is really out there. Shiba is doing a lot of bonds, plus the bonds by the Ethereum founder and everything. So there's no source of truth for what the amount of Shiba that is really in circulation and what has been burnt. So I think eventually, once we begin to get clarity of how many Shiba is really out there or how many Shiba is really available, I think that is going to also be part of the things that drive the cost up. Well, they might do Shiba. So Shiba needs Shibarium needs a stable coin. And from what I understand is that they were trying to do something like Luna Classic. They don't want an asset-backed stable coin. They want an algorithmic stable coin. So Shiba was trying to get an algorithmic stablecoin that maybe could be paired with SHIB, and then you have that same bond and mint mechanism like Luna Classic. If something, if you meet a particular criteria, you bond, meet a particular criteria, you mint. Just like that bond and mint mechanism like Luna Classic. And that's the beauty about Luna Classic, right? Luna Classic has to just come back. It has to come back at some point. Could Shina? Oh, I didn't see that question. I don't know about Shina, to be honest. I hear a lot about Shina, but I don't look into it. I just focus on Shiba, to be honest. Okay, guys, I think we need to start wrapping up. All right, guys, I think I'll just call it a day here. Remember to be patient. Remember to wait. Remember to go deep, don't go wide. Go deep, don't go wide. And, just hold your position no matter what happens. Yeah. ISO 222. Yeah, that's the global standard. Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. Have a good one. Hold your position. Go deeper, not wider. And I'll talk to you guys later. I'll talk about XDC in the next one. Okay. All right. Bye, guys.